What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are your hosts, the Distorted Theorists. And today, me and Peter might be ready to shit ourselves. I'm not really sure because it is the Welcome to Derry trailer coming to HBO Max. And Peter.
Oh, you got the name right.
Yep. Yeah. But I know you don't like horror movies. But before we get into the trailer, as always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and let us know in the comments below. Are you a Stephen King fan, and are you ready for Welcome to Derry?
Hold on. I like horror movies.
You don't like getting scared.
I don't like jump scares. I prefer to be psychologically thrilled.
Okay, all right, well, supernaturally thrilled. This is a supernatural horror, okay? But it is a prequel, which is pretty exciting, to It and It Chapter 2, or Season 2, whatever you want to call it. Why do you think a show has been made? Why are we getting a show to show the prequel and not a movie here?
If anyone's been paying attention to our last video, which you may or have not seen yet, but you should go watch it, talking about Jurassic World Rebirth, money.
Yeah. Money. Because, well, it was, I mean, these films have come out, they started coming out in 2017 and we got the sequel a couple years later. It filled the box office.
I believe that the reason that they're doing this is because there was, I saw chapter 1, I didn't see chapter 2, but the losers in chapter 1 do talk about like, oh, there were other people that were haunted by Pennywise in previous years.
Yeah, I think they researched it or whatever.
Yeah, it's every so often or every 9 cycles of the Jupiter, I don't know what it is.
But you know what the cool thing is Bill Skarsgård is returning as Pennywise the Clown, which... that just, to me, you need that. You need that. If you're going to do a show, you got to pay enough money to get him back because, let's call space spade, he just absolutely made that role, in my opinion. I want to take a look at this trailer.
Yeah, I kind of want to see where they're going to go.
But ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the trailer reaction review and breakdown for It. Welcome to Derry, HBO Max, right now.
It's not HBO Max?
Always with the kids.
Well, that's how it works. That's what Pennywise does.
Get in before you catch your death of cold.
Oh, that was the Pennywise sound then.
We'll get you back to your parents safe and sound, okay?
Yeah, because this is not creepy.
Anywhere but Derry. Get out. See, 27 years.
And I just moved to town. Hey, baby.
Oh, I wonder if that's the library, the guy who works in the library. Because he told them about it.
4 months, and they never even found a body.
Bert the turtle?
Oh, okay.
That means murder.
Well, we are...
This business with the missing kids.
I bet you that's the...
Do I need to be concerned?
Yeah, because he survives.
Never a bad idea to keep the people you love close.
This is kind of giving me Jordan Peele vibes.
No adult's ever gonna believe what we saw.
But he gets a lot of inspiration from
There's a
Stephen
history
King.
of stuff like this happening in Derry.
There's a history.
Well, yeah, well, that's what I
Your
mean.
noses out of police business.
Because they know what this is, because this makes
Oh, you hear that laugh?
Yeah, this is...
Go back to where...
This is definitely like a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing. Like, the parents know, and they keep
Have you ever
it
heard of
quiet.
something like that?
See, the smile.
There's something bad here in Derry.
Yeah. There he is.
Oh, yes, sir.
He's gone. Because he's a big spider thing.
I'm interested to see how to turn this into...
Max becomes HBO Max. Nice. I'm into it. What I got to do, honestly, as much as I'm like, I'm into it, I need to go back and watch chapter 1.
Oh, 100%. But they kept Pennywise out of this trailer for the most part, enough just to give us at the end the tease that
I think it would have been cool if they just cut him out of it. Like if they just called this Welcome to Derry, so people were like, this seems familiar. What do I know about that name? And then you just had the balloon come out and they're like, oh my God, it's an It prequel.
That would have been cool. I mean, not to get off track a little bit, but I thought that was one of the coolest things about Split, because when you seen the movie Split, you didn't know that it was connected to Unbreakable until the end when Bruce Willis, and you're like, oh, I literally...
Spoiler.
But, well, I mean, it's like years old, so we're not too worried about it. But, reversing back, It. Stephen King, huge novel. They made the movies, it made the money. Of course, there was also a movie way back in like 1980-something.
Well, it was. That was the original miniseries.
Yeah. So, as I said in the beginning, why are they doing this in a show? What do you think? Why money? I know, but like
ultimately, it becomes totally tripped over everything there. They're trying to fill the story because there was an allusion in the original in chapter 1 where they said, "Oh, there's something every 27 years something like this happens," and
yep.
There's supposed to be 3 planned seasons for this.
Is there?
I learned about this a little earlier. This one is supposed to be set in 63, 62.
62, I think it said.
Yeah,
on screen.
62. There's supposed to be one set in 1935, 27 years previous, and then in 1908, 27 years previous.
So we're actually going to prequel backwards to.
So whatever we find out in this one with the parents and the cops, we're probably going to see the much younger versions of them, and then the antagonists in that one we're going to see because they probably dealt with we'll probably meet Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise before he became Pennywise in 1908, even though he's supposed to be some kind of demon, everything from whatever.
How you're explaining that, if that's true, it kind of given me, I don't know if you've ever seen it, that show Fear Street on Netflix.
Yeah,
that came out a few.
It
starts off with like current day malls and stuff like that, but then it like ends and you're like, what? And then it goes back like, I don't want to misspeak, but like it could be 100 years, whatever. And then you see like a very different, era completely. And then it goes back to like back in the witch hunting days. Like it was, and I thought that was really unique. I totally enjoyed the show. And again, there's a new one coming out. It's like Prom Night or something like that. It comes out actually, I think, in a couple of days. So I'm super excited for that.
Or it could be out right now when you're watching this.
But I'm also getting a couple different vibes. I hate to take a show and a trailer and like compare it to stuff, but give me a little Stranger Thingy vibes as well.
Kids.
I know it is that.
And riding on the bikes.
It is all that. I agree. It's just give me that.
Goonies,
like you said, I am also getting Nightmare on Elm Street, like you said, except for the thing is with it, if I remember correctly in the movies or book or whatever, is that when you are afraid of him because you know of him, that gives him power. Versus like showing up in your dreams and all that stuff, which is the Freddy Krueger, don't go to sleep. But that's what I'm saying. If something is happening and these kids who, like you said, the adults have been mum on it, who's going to leak that information that the kids are going to be now understanding, doing research, getting the name It or Pennywise or whatever?
It's probably just going to be, at least in this season, it's probably going to be a longer rehash of what was in chapter 1.
Right.
It's basically, they're going to be doing the same thing. And if I'm right, because if I remember correctly, the librarian who runs the library that helps the losers in chapter 1 survived. If I could just be totally making this up, but I think he survived the 1962, but there's no one else. So I think we saw him in this trailer. So he's the one. I think he's the one that's in the river.
Oh, okay.
I think he survives. And then everyone else either dies or something happens.
It is a little cool that you often don't, or in my opinion, you often don't get.
Come from me in the comments.
Yeah, you often don't get horror movies that back themselves up with lore, and I think that is what shows
Stephen King.
Right, and I think that's what this show is going to have going for it. Its uniqueness of building on a story of a horror story, because Pennywise is a character. When I say a lovable character, I don't mean lovable, but
lasting.
He's a lasting character. It leaves an impression. He is up there with the greats of like the Screams and the Michael Myers and the Chuckies and all this. He is in that category for a lot of people. So why wouldn't you embellish and see more of him and show the his fans, if you will, where he came from, why is he the way he is? And like you said, if we see Bill Skarsgård as a Pennywise before he's the demonic Pennywise, that'd be cool.
Because that's what it's prequel. Like that's what, and you mentioned at one point, like this looks like Jordan Peele stuff, into a manner of speaking, because it's kind of got that like, because there's something
makes you a little uncomfortable, which I think is what he's good at too.
Well, but that's the thing. I've recently watched Nope. I haven't seen any of Jordan Peele's movies. Right. I need to watch. Well, I watched Nope. I need to watch Get Out. God, I need to watch
Get Out. Is good.
And Us, and he's got a new one coming out this summer. About
I don't know the name of it, but I do know
MVP or
yes, the football one. That looks. Got Marlon Wayans, I think, in it. Anyway, it looks creepy as hell. We'll be seeing that.
But like with Nope, we took that trope of where you're kind of like, and I'm not going to get into I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone, but it's just like, okay, this seems pretty generic. I don't know. There's the change to it. And in this, there must be something different that they're going to be doing, because otherwise it is a rehash. We've got, it's the early losers of like, how are we going to beat Pennywise this time?
But here's the thing. for a TV show, now I don't know how many episodes it is, obviously. We don't have that information yet.
Probably 6
but
if it's HBO.
I don't think you're going to see Pennywise in every episode or anything. What I think you're going to see is more like that lady in the window who's imitating him, or he's, possessed, or whatever word you want to use. And I think you're just going to see like a farmer come out where the kids are playing and like have an axe and literally like chop their arm off or something like that and be like,
or
and,
you're
like,
going to
gone.
see a lot more of the interaction with the kids and the parents who know, or the adults who know. Like you saw that prison guard where he's just up against the window.
Yeah. And
Like,
how
he
far will they
knows-
go to keep this mum is another thing too, right? So there are levels to this.
Money.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for our trailer reaction review and breakdown for It. Welcome to Derry. It's going to be a good one, I think.
I hope so.
As always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let us know in the comments down below. Is a prequel to the It franchise something that you've always wanted? Where is this going to go? Is it going to go back in time and show us where the true Pennywise ever came from? And will Bill Skarsgård still haunt our dreams after we watch this show? And with that, I am the real Jussy.
I'm Peter Parkour, and like we say around here,
Keep it real.